In the sweltering heat of August, when the summer is at its peak and the expenses seem to climb just as high, my grandmother had a treasure trove of strategies to keep costs down. These weren't just any tips, they were a blend of wisdom, tradition, and a bit of August-specific savvy. Tip 1. Preserve the harvest, the art of canning and preserving. August heralded a time of plenty, with gardens and markets overflowing with the bounty of summer. My grandmother, with foresight and thrift, transformed this abundance into a pantry stocked with jars of pickles, preserves, and canned vegetables, preserves, and canned vegetables. This was not merely an act of saving, but a ritual that ensured the flavors of summer could be savored during the colder months, reducing waste and the need for store-bought processed foods. Tip 2. Back-to-school shopping with strategy. The approach of a new school year brought with it the necessity of preparation. My grandmother tackled back-to-school shopping with a blend of foresight and collaboration, purchasing supplies in bulk and sharing the costs with other families. This communal approach extended beyond savings, fostering a spirit of support and shared responsibility within the community. Tip 3. Ingenious cooling methods. DIY air conditioning. In an era where central air was a luxury many could not afford, my grandmother employed inventive methods to keep the home cool. Wet sheets in doorways, windows shaded by homemade curtains, and strategic ventilation offered respite from the heat, demonstrating that comfort did not have to come at a high price. Tip 4. The summer cleanout sale, a tradition of decluttering. The annual yard sale was more than a means to earn extra cash. It was a ritual of decluttering, an exercise in determining value and necessity. This tradition not only lightened the physical load of unnecessary belongings, but also imparted lessons on the impermanence of material possessions and the value of experiences over items. Tip 5. Preparing for the seasons. August gardening. My grandmother's garden was a source of sustenance and savings. In August, she planted crops for a late harvest, ensuring a continuous supply of fresh produce. This practice was a testament to her understanding of the rhythms of nature and the importance of aligning household needs with these natural cycles. Tip 6. Embracing free entertainment. Entertainment did not necessitate expenditure. My grandmother found joy and contentment in the simple pleasures that the end of summer offered. Community concerts, picnics under the stars, and the rich tapestry of local events provided ample amusement without the need for lavish spending. Tip 7. The craft of handmade gifts. Beginning her holiday preparations in August, my grandmother dedicated herself to the creation of handmade gifts. Each stitch and brushstroke was imbued with love and care, showcasing that true value lies not in the price tag but in the time and thought invested. Tip 8. Conducting an energy audit, a preemptive measure. The annual energy audit was a ritual steeped in practicality, checking for drafts, ensuring efficient insulation, and making necessary repairs before the onset of winter were measures that reduced energy consumption and costs, reflecting my grandmother's ethos of stewardship over resources. Tip 9. The school uniform swap, a lesson in sustainability. The uniform swap was an innovative solution to the yearly expense of new school clothes. This practice extended the life of garments, reduced waste, and cultivated a sense of community and mutual support, principles that my grandmother valued deeply. Tip 10. Vacationing with wisdom. In the rare instances when a vacation was planned, timing was everything. By choosing late August for these excursions, my grandmother capitalized on reduced rates and fewer crowds, ensuring that the family's forays were as economical as they were enjoyable. Tip 11. Seasonal work, a boost to the family income. The search for seasonal work was not just about augmenting the family's income. It was a lesson in adaptability and making the most of available opportunities. This strategy underscored the importance of hard work and resourcefulness, traits my grandmother embodied and sought to instill in us. Tip 12. August home maintenance, an ounce of prevention. The focus on home maintenance during August was guided by the adage that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. By addressing minor repairs and maintenance tasks, my grandmother prevented more significant expenses down the line, an approach that mirrored her philosophy of proactive rather than reactive living. Tip 13. The herb harvest, preserving flavor and health. Harvesting and drying herbs was not merely an economic act, but one of preserving health and flavor. This practice highlighted my grandmother's holistic approach to living, where food was medicine and cooking an act of care. Tip 14. Maximizing natural light, an illuminated approach to saving. The strategic use of natural light was a daily reminder of the resources freely available and the importance of harmonizing our lives with the natural world. This approach to lighting was a small but meaningful expression of my grandmother's commitment to environmental stewardship and frugality. Tip 15. Water conservation practices, every drop counts. Collecting rainwater was a testament to my grandmother's respect for nature's gifts. This practice of water conservation was a lesson in appreciating and maximizing natural resources, ensuring that nothing was taken for granted. Tip 16. The August sales, planning ahead. Investing in seasonal sales required a keen eye and forward thinking. My grandmother's ability to discern quality and anticipate future needs allowed her to make purchases that were both prudent and practical, embodying her knack for planning ahead. Tip 17. Leveraging public libraries, a wealth of resources. The public library was a cherished resource, offering not just books but a gateway to knowledge and entertainment. My grandmother's frequent visits to the library underscored the value she placed on lifelong learning and the riches to be found in community resources. Tip 18. Bulk cooking, a strategy for busy days. The days spent preparing and freezing meals were about more than just convenience. They were an exercise in foresight, ensuring that the family always had access to home-cooked meals, reducing the temptation and expense of eating out. Tip 19. Engaging in community exchanges, the economy of sharing. Participation in community exchanges was a reflection of my grandmother's belief in the power of sharing and collaboration. This practice not only saved money but also strengthened communal bonds, weaving a tighter fabric of support and mutual assistance. Tip 20. The minimalist philosophy, less is more. My grandmother's minimalist approach to life, particularly evident in August, was a profound statement on the essence of true wealth. Living simply with an appreciation for the non-material and an emphasis on relationships and experiences was perhaps the most valuable lesson she imparted. My grandmother's August rituals were a symphony of wisdom, practicality, and love, a legacy of frugality intertwined with the richness of life's simpler pleasures. As we embrace these lessons, we find not only a path to financial savings but a deeper appreciation for the rhythms of nature, the value of community, and the joy of living intentionally.